takeaways, from the course. And then I also loved talking about the Saturn cycles. That was also just a really huge piece for me.
Right? Aren't those fascinating? So we learned those in level 1. It's the last class in level 1.
Yes.
What was your takeaway from that Saturn class? What would you say? What is your Saturn in, first of all?
My Saturn is in Scorpio.
Okay, so it's part of that Scorpio stellium.
It is. And, really identifying, the course teaches you how to identify when that happened, your Saturn return.
Yes.
And for me, looking up the timing and reflecting back on what happened in my life, my jaw just sort of literally dropped to the floor because it was hands down one of the most transformative years of my life. My daughter was born prematurely that year, almost 7 weeks early. And so by far, it was one of the most challenging, most potential for growth. But then it was also one of the best years too. So being able to look back and see the areas that I grew, and identifying when that happened and Saturn's presence. And it was just awesome. So
it's so cool, huh? It's almost like reflecting back on those Saturn cycles, and then also having what's somewhat of a map for the next cycles coming in, right?
Exactly.
Really fascinating, that Saturn class, for sure.
Yeah, and the course gives you the language to be able to identify all of that stuff too, which is so important.
Yeah. Oh, I love that, Candice. So you just completed level 2. So now you are getting ready to give your practice reading. Yes?
I am. It's next week.
Next week. So for those of you that don't know, at the completion of level 2, the students then go on and give their very first readings to a practice client, and then they can share with their mentor and they can get feedback on that reading. And everybody's 1,000% nervous, so we're all in the same boat. But it's really exciting. Like once you give that reading, there's an understanding of, wow, look at everything I learned through level 1 and 2, and now I'm actually putting it to use, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So for you, what is because some people take applied astrology for self-understanding and self-growth and kind of understanding their own life path, and others take it to then that piece also, but then to also go off and help others and give readings, So for you, what is it personally for you that you're going to do with all this wisdom and all these tools that you have accumulated?
I definitely resonate with that self-awareness piece. And that's probably why I took the classes in the first place, is because I was just really deeply interested and curious about, again, it gives you that language to understand yourself better, and then also the people around you. My background is in psychology, and so I can definitely see, taking pieces of the courses and, again, it's just another lens in which to view human behavior and to understand emotions, why people do the things that they do, which creates compassion. And so, I can definitely see weaving the astrology work into what I do. And
they so go hand in hand.
They do.
Yes. Yeah.
And then just on a personal level, just the awareness that it brings. I have 2 small kids. And so I had my chart right in front of me going through the classes, but then I had my kids' charts too, right there. And so I was constantly trying to, okay, well, how can I learn something so that I can be a better mom for them?
Yes. And that is a piece, okay, we're learning our own charts, but then also having your loved ones' charts, your children, your partner, your siblings, whoever it is that you're close to in your world, and having an understanding for them is amazing. Yeah, just like you, I had both my son's charts right next to mine as I was learning, and I would look at all 3 of ours,
Yes.
It's so cool. Well, Candice, I thank you so much for meeting me here and just sharing your experience with us.
Thank you so much. I love our conversation.
Yes, and the cart opens again. Let me see if I can pull the date up out of my January 21st. So January 21st next month. Gosh, that's right around the corner already. It really is. It goes by so fast. So yeah, we'll have hopefully a whole new handful of astrology students who get to really learn these tools and this wisdom that's being shared through Debra.
Definitely. I can't recommend it enough.
Yeah. Well, thank you, my dear.
Thank
And
you.
enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, everyone.